Hello everyone and welcome to week 8 of me making my own animated film. I hope you guys have had an amazing weekend. Let me know if you've done anything fun or if you're working on any cool projects. I'd love to see it all. Our first matter of business is my Apple Pencil arrived this week. Thank God for that. It's only a first gen pencil because my iPad is really old. I can still draw on it, which is great, but it's old. Is it only me or is my voice sounding a lot smokier today than usual? I just woke up, so maybe it's that. But anyways, this week has been full of animation, and I've been so happy that I'm finally at a stage where, I can start animating. So as I said last week, this week I didn't start on the roughs for my film, but I actually just played around in Animate to learn it, because I have never opened this program before, pretty much. Like, I've had a little bit of a look at it since I was considering it, but I haven't been working in Animate before at all. So what I've been doing this week is pretty much doing a lot of animation pencil tests just to figure out, how it works, how I would work in this program, just learn the interface, because honestly, every time I switch to a new program, that's always like the biggest problem. Me and my classmates talked about this a lot in school. If you didn't know, I went to school for game art, and in the span of, a year, we went through about like 8 different programs or something. And it was always a struggle getting into the thing, because maybe it's just a different 3D software and you know how to model, but you don't know how this software works. So I think the analogy we usually would go for is, it's like you're trying to fix your car in someone else's garage. Like, you know what tools you need, but you don't know where they are. But getting back to it, I feel like I've started to get a hang of it a bit. Obviously, you don't learn a program in a week, but I feel confident enough to start working on the roughs, and it's very exciting. Animation is just such a unique and fun art form. As a kid, I loved animation, and, Disney, getting into anime and stuff, and, like most kids, and that interest has come with me all the way to now. But back then, I was pretty satisfied with just drawing. Pretty satisfied. And when I was looking at people animating, I was like, ooh, that looks really tedious. And I never thought that I would get into it, because it looks boring to me to draw the same picture over and over again. But a couple of years back, I was using Krita, the drawing program, and I realized you could animate in that program, and I was like, hell, I've never tried it, let's try it out. So I started trying to animate a little bit, and it ended up with me making a part of a short film, I could say, which is great. My Greyhound animation little thing that I made, and I had a freaking blast. I was like, whoa, this is fun. There's just something, about your creation suddenly, I say suddenly, but it takes a very long time, coming alive, and it's kind of mind-blowing. Even though you just did that and you spend all that time and effort, it's just alive now, and it's like, whoa, I did that. And I guess, I haven't really had any proper animation schooling. Like, we did a week of animation in my game art program, but it was 3D. And I know a lot of the same principles work in 3D as well, but it's, it's very different when you're doing frame by frame animation. So most things I do and will be doing, I've learned by myself. So yeah, thank you, YouTube, Animator's Survival Guide, and all of you guys. As I said before, I am far from professional, but I'm trying my best. I do believe that you can learn things to a high level on your own, but obviously it helps if you've gone to like gone through a nice program or stuff like that. I've watched a lot of the short films coming out of Gobelins, and they look beautiful. And I would have loved to go to school like that, but it seems expensive and very hard to get into those schools. So self-taught, let's go. Anyways, I'm rambling here now. I've actually drawn a little bit more stuff for my film this week, but I'm actually not gonna show it because we want to keep some stuff a secret, or else there'll be no fun in the end. Yeah, I think that's what I had for this week. Thank you so much for watching. I am very excited to get into roughs, and I hope you guys are excited too. Follow me on my socials if you want more updates. I update more often on there than I do here on YouTube. And I will see you next week. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.